we up and we at 'em. Watch out for my evolution. Around and start a revolution. I am more than a being, I'm an institution. If I gotta reiterate, that's where I'ma lose it. It's my world and I'm generous and that y'all peruse it. How obnoxious, she ain't got a conscience. She's okay with being a little absurd and pompous. That's because I kill it, then stick around just to haunt it. Waiting on my thank you, be grateful that I would even let you watch it.
Down in the new town, I already feel that it's eyes on me. I'm getting looked up, down with these big frowns, they already thrown by the size of me. I don't really give a fuck, but my dudes.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Miami Dolphins.
リターンですね。できればキックからがいいんですけどね。まあしょうがないです。いやてかすごいな。スーパースターしかいないですね。なんだそれ。行こう。まあちょっと確実に厳しい戦いになるっていうか、いやすごいな。どこにもなんないのこんな。
Here's Achane to start the drive. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Talk about this Jets defense.
強豪との試合というところだと高校アメフトで後世ようやく負けましたね。いける。あ、素晴らしい。よし。でかい。やっぱホームで人がいないとできないですね。
The kickoff unit is out on the field and they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
大丈夫だよ。
Breaks through the contact and he'll be out of bounds across the 25. First down.
いやーマジか。
That is caught by Anderson. That goes for a gain of 31.
I would say just add that one to the total big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
スクリーンナイス。
Well, these two teams met at MetLife Stadium earlier this season with the Jets winning that ball game. So they're looking for the season sweep with a win here in Miami. Now a 2nd and 10. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he gets his
なんとか3つ目ができましたね。
before going out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down.
ダメか、ボール。いや、まあちょっと今の自分が悪いですね。
But he does have first down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Right back to him on first down.
ナイスタックル。よく仕留めた。
There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go to your offensive script. You go to...
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7.
まあでもどうにか勝つにはもう、取り合うしかないんで、実力差的に。
Here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes to a division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. This defense for the Jets, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't go to it?
いやー、それないか。
He's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase him.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. Let's take it inside his own 40. Nice
return
there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield, here's Allen.
Nice. Yeah, ダメか。
まあまあまあまあ。That's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. Now Allen going to change it up. On 2nd down.
Yeah.
And he'll get the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You talk about this Miami defense. They've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
So from the 37, here's 2nd down and 8. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Anderson. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows to get the ball right away.
And he is going to stop cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Allen to throw it. This pass out wide.
Nice.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. This drive has been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting it in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. This one brought in by Jefferson.
ダメか。
From 19 yards away, and the Jets have taken the lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Go.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. Now at 3 series, he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalposts, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Second and 11. Again, it's Achane.
ダメか。
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Grove. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
ガナーがひどい。
Fielded at about the 28.
大丈夫。ナイス。
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. You don't see that too often, Charles. He punted that away and then hustled up to make the stop as well.
Yeah, because oftentimes they serve as their own safety after punting it. You want to be the last guy, but he decided to get involved in the action, didn't he? And what a spark that's got to provide for the rest of his team when they see their punter out there making a nice hit.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And this is caught at the 20. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets. And even 40 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen.
惜しい。
To the sideline and incomplete.
And here you're down in the red zone.
まあ、
You need to be smart,
一つ止まりました。
not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Here's 2nd and 10.
止まるよ。 大丈夫。ナイス。
And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, Winslow.
ダメか。
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Jets have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point safely through, and it's now 21-7. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
いいぞ。
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And
惜しいな。
ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. If you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the 1st half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're acting panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise, and start to put together some drives.
Showed the nice footwork and then hit and drop shy of the 45. The Dolphins at 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
素晴らしい。よく取った。いいブロック。ナイスナイスナイス。
Stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that.
Yo, that's nice.
Steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Now Achane on 1st and 10.
Nice
And
push.
he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 81 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They'll run. Achane.
いったんじゃない。ダメか。
Let's go now.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly.
Nice.
To the receiver. And he will score. Touchdown. Miami. A great effort.
まあゾーンプレーなんでブリッツは結構ジャンプしてくれました。
And the Dolphins are back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
取れる。ダメか。届かないんだ。
And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
もらったと思ったんですけど
Now
ね。
they'll line up to kick the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in at the goal line.
よし。
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
すごいな。だからなんでそうなっちゃうかな。縦に走ってくれれば競り合えるはずなんだよな。
And they do right there. Gosh, this lead is so large, CD, and we're only in the first half.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing that's so amazing about it. You mentioned this large lead. How's this their first takeaway of the game? And what a spectacular run it was. Adding to the lead, showing the true dominance, and you're exactly right. We're still in the first half.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches. At the 35.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off play action. Grove. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. 2nd and a couple. Running right, here's Achane. He'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 115 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down. Grove. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down. Then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awful.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he'll take it just outside the 40.
Nice.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the 2nd half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
On 1st down, Allen. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half. just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
いやー、ダメか。
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Jets are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
まあ返せるように頑張るしかないですね。
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game.
Ah, そこじゃない。
We saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late. That wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
He'll let this go deep for
ダメか。
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's the ex-Dolphin, Minka Fitzpatrick.
素晴らしい。
And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. I guess we're
いや、見られてましたね。
open up the playbook a little bit, start to take some chances down the field, but that one did not go as planned.
Yeah, these guys need something good to go their way, and they took an opportunity to take that shot there. But obviously, that's not going to help. A tough play for them as they're trying to make their way back.
Now a throw here to his
ダメ
running
か。
back. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, New York.
オプション。
Now they'll pitch it out here.
素晴らしい。
He'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 107 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Options galore here. Second and a few inches. To throw, it's Allen.
取れる。
And
ダメ
he's got
か。
it complete to Anderson. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
On play action, Allen.
取れる。素晴らしい。
And it's intercepted at the
倒
goal
される。
line.
OK。
And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
素晴らしい。
Pretty good looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down.
いやー、そんな待っちゃうか。
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
They'll run for it with A-Chan. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
いやー、オリーブかけなきゃダメでしたね。インサイドスタッフの数で負けちゃうんで。ダメか。止めろ。ボール、ボール、ボール。
It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And the Jets will take over. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone, really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Oh, QB パワー。ではブラスト。ボール、ボール、ボール、ボール。
Pick up a 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Here's a 2nd and 5. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He finds his man complete. That's Baker. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 23. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Meanwhile,
a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On play action, Allen.
Oh,
the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception.
いいね、素晴らしい。まだまだまだまだ。
So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. That's a good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami.
Ready.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5.
Bravo 80. Ready.
A-Chan here, they stay on the ground.
今のは左ってよかったか。
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Brings up 3rd down.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
On 3rd down, A-Chan.
Pretty
athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
いいんじゃないのこれは。
3 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better really as the night's gone on.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few.
ここやろ、ここやろ。アップね。いや、イエロー、イエロー、イエロー。よし。
At each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
gain of 3 brings up second down.
To throw on second down. Grove.
Okay.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Rolling to his right.
なんで相手に投げるの。リードに投げれば別に失敗かどっちかになったと思うんですけどね。
That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation points, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Anderson.
やべ、変なとこ引っかかった。大丈夫。
And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Dolphins' 32-yard line.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
頑張れ、素晴らしい。さすが。
And he'll only get this to about the 35.
やっ
Well
と
short
弾けた
of
よ、
the
まあ
line to gain. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their head.
いやー、ダメか。
Fourth time tonight, it's an interception.
通る。
Well, they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
止まってるよ。
A quick throw into the hands of Jefferson. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. From the 21, here's the 2nd down and 6. Now it's Hill.
やった。あー、どっちも負けてるんかい。
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Higgins, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Jets are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year, and our score will stay
まあ
right where it
前
is.
の試合よりかはまあとりあえずなんとなく希望がある内容だったなとは思うんですけど、
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You'd have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route, and he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. Off the play fake, Grove.
取れるよ。素晴らしい。
He's got his man out of the slot, complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 17-yard line. On the RPO, that's complete right side. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to bring up second down. Back to throw again. This will be caught at the 2. And the Dolphins are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to it quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit. Found the perfect play call. As soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Yeah.
And the Jets have got it. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
まあこの次は取りましょう、タイムアウト。
Just need a yard here. Second and 1. That one looks like he'll throw here.
素晴らしい。いやー負けてる。ナイスナイスナイスナイス。
Incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Hill to throw on 3rd and 1.
取れる。オッケーオッケーオッケーオッケ
And this one is incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped. Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
ー。危ねえ。素晴らしい。ナイス。
It's caught left sideline. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Ready.
Back to throw. Grove.
アップね。よく投げた。
Takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the
なん
reasons
だ
they're
その
down is that inability though to stop the pressure.
コミ
We
ュニ
saw
ティ
another
は。
example of it there. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
A 2-yard pickup makes it
On third down, Grove. They'll swing
Time
this
out.
out wide. Here's Achane. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Okay, ready.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Ready, ready.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the...
ダメか
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. And they
ー。い
try.
や
They had to go for it with such little time remaining.
もう一本
And
欲
the
しかったっ
Jets
す
are going to
ね
get the football back. 'Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up
Okay.
and
Nice,
bringing
nice,
him
nice, nice,
down.
nice.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play, but sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Hill.
いや、取れるんじゃない
That is incomplete. Boy, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter.
全然ダメだ。リターンで行くしかない。ダメだ。まくれればワンチャンありそうだったけどな。
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season.
そんなに差があった。
You both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and
そ
the
んなに差があっ
defense.
た。いや、差はめちゃくちゃあったんですけど。まあ、この前の試合よりは
So
全
for the
然。
Jets, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Miami, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
なんかなやっぱ、ボールを取られちゃいけないっていうのはやっぱ結局ディフェンスが止まってないから、結局オフェンスもしんどくなるっていうのは別に当たり前というか、最初の HA のタッチなんだけちょっと残ってたら見ますかね。さすがに残ってないですね。76ヤードラッシュ。3本タッチダウン取った。なんか残ってないんかい。どんなのか全然覚えてないんじゃないか。目標だからちゃう。中国グローブパスとジェイマドル。じゃあ全部残ってないですね。A ちゃんがこれで正式に99になるんですかね。リーチか。これもだいぶ厳しい試合が続いていくんで、食らいついていきたいですね。一応2勝2敗、正直ジェッツに2敗するっていうのはしょうがないところなんで、とはいえライオンズに勝てるかって言ったらそんなこともないしな。ならどうでしたっけ。ここからで絶対負けちゃいけない。ペットリオッツ戦。いやーしんどいな。ここら辺もどうなることやらっすね。でここもね、って感じですね。ちなみにそうだから結局もうこれはペトリオッツの勝敗を見て、ライオンズに勝ったんだ。すごっ。いや、ゾンさん。きっとオンさん頑張ってもらって。すごいな。いや、食らいついてますよね。まだそんなに離されてないんで、直接対決で2勝していくしかないっすよね、ここ。なると、でもって昨年3位なんで、CPU ばっかなんですよね、3位になると。去年は僕がその恩恵を受けたんで、ちょっといいんですけど。頑張らないとですね。ということで、今日は終わりにします。ありがとうございます。